3-6 Mafia, aka the Mafia 6,
aka 6ix Mafia,
Yep.
aka Prophet Posse, aka the Backyard Posse, aka the motherfucker who fucked your wife when you wasn't looking, and then he came back and he told you about this shit and you didn't give a shit.
aka Tear the Club Up Thugs. And who is the Academy Award-winning landmark lyricist producer from Tennessee, DJ Paul.
Hi, Mom.
And all the way back to high school, making tapes, a 4-track, 1 turntable, inspired and growing up on Public Enemy, Eric B. and Rakim, bumping Shy D, I Gotta Be Tough, Ghetto Boys Too Short to being a DJ, and meeting with Juicy J, watching Rap City on TV.
Hell, you know a lot about me.
I'm the archivist, that's how I roll. I gotta come to America to get you. So
Hell, I'm wondering why we're doing the interview. You know so much about me. You can turn the camera on you to do it damn self.
oh, we just gotta keep going. Definitely.
Basically, everything he just said, man, you know, me and Lord Infamous sitting in my mama's house, bedroom next to her, making loud ass noise. How my mom and my dad had put up with the shit, I don't know. But me, Cool, Crunchy Black, fucking everybody, even guys I don't even get along with, DJ Squeaking motherfuckers, everybody done been in my mama's house. Right next bedroom, right there, Dad had the heater on, hot as a motherfucker. And we up in there sweating, making hits, sweating to the 90s. Sweating to the 90s and making hits. MC Shadi, shout out to MC Shadi. He's one of the reasons why I was here. Because his voice was so light, I thought he was a kid, and I was a kid, and then I thought, I was like, if he can do it, I can do it. And man, it just went from there.
And part 2, hailing from the South Side, the solo DJ Paul Volume 1, Serial Killers selling over 2,000 copies, To Come With Me to Hell, Part 1, 2, or 3, Lord Infamous, to many more, Hot Memphis tapes. What was the largest that you sold? And tell us about 6ix Mafia, Prophet Entertainment, and the new now remastered.
The remaster, Come With Me to Hell. All right, well, basically, me and Lord Infamous, my brother, we got together, we made the Serial Killers tape. We paid $30 an hour to the homie DJ Just Born, and we recorded over at his house in East Memphis. And my daddy would take me over there, my daddy would give me the $30. And we would go over there and we record, and I would walk over there with a handful of records and a bunch of ideas recorded in a Radio Shack voice recorder. So I would plan the whole thing out. Like I would be like, on this part I'm gonna scratch this record, so I take that record. On this part I'm gonna scratch this record, I take that record. On this part I'm gonna scratch it. Then on this part we're gonna say this, and the music gonna go like this. And I would record it in this small little voice recorder that I bought from Radio Shack in Whitehaven. And then when we go over Just Born House, I would lay the whole records out. And I was in fucking 9th grade then, young as fuck. I couldn't tell you what 2 + 2 was, but I could make a beat like a motherfucker. And I guess that's really all that matters. Until it came time to count the money that we made off making the beats. I'm joking. I know how to count.
And then the 2 classics, Mystic Styles and The End.
Mystic Styles and The End. Okay, now you're really getting confusing. Okay, can anybody name who's on here? That's Crunchy right there, the little evil one down in the black mask and the red hat. There's Lord Infamous right there with his face out. Juice with his face out, he always want to have his face out.
Yeah.
And that's me with the mask on, and that's Coop with the mask on. You know, you can pretty much look at this album and pretty much figure out where everybody's at right now. And that's us on the back.
The classic, The Summer.
This wasn't even a cross. It looked like a cross, but this was like a, what the fuck was this? It was like a,
We was in the living
a
room.
hat. No, not on this one. We was downtown, and it was like a.
We was on Riverside.
we was on Riverside, and there was like some construction shit.
It was no house, it was just some sticks, and I just made it look like a cross.
Yeah, Coop just made it look like a cross. That was pretty cool idea right there, man. And it was downtown. On the back, we got the mask out. This was our first album. Basically, I was sitting down, I was talking to this guy named Gangsta Pat. And,
Classic from Memphis.
Yeah, I grew up on Gangsta Pat. We had bad times where we didn't get along, but You know, shout out to Gangsta Pat. I'm not mad at him. They're cool dude. I was a fan. And he told me, he was like, man, y'all music so hard. He was like, y'all don't need a record deal. He was like, y'all should just take y'all own money and put your own CDs out. He had a record deal. He was telling me, don't get a record deal. He was like, you should take your own money and put your own CDs out. And I'm like, you can do that? I didn't even know that was possible. He's like, yeah, you just go downtown, you get a business license for $30, and then you just go in the studio and spend your own money, record your own record. And I was like, all right. And I did it, and we brought out Miss Styles. Me and Juicy put together $4,500 and made this CD.
It's part of the 6ix model?
No. You know, he on here indirectly. We was talking about him on, which one of those songs was? Big Business.
Okay.
But you know, man, Gangsta Black cool now. Shout out to Gangsta Black. Big Business. Background, something, a little owl up there said, Gangsta Bull that said something. This dude right here jumping all over the place. He just almost broke his fucking leg with this Rick James hair. And look, but we spent $4,500 invested into this album, and went in the studio and recorded a real album, not the 4-track that we used to use at my mama's house. And I look young as hell on here. I had nothing but a mustache. I couldn't even grow. I used to be mad back in the day because I couldn't grow facial hairs.
Yeah, like 6 strings.
Yeah, it was like 5, 6 strings. Now I'm mad that I had to shave. That's one of the reasons why I was late for the show, that I had to shave.
And after the late 90s, Build and Hypnotize Minds to Gold album, Chapter 2, World Domination, you built an empire, one of your best times with the entire group, and speak on the contribution of Lord Infamous and his legacy.
This album right here, this is our first major album. We got the record deal with our Relativity. The funny part about it is Relativity didn't want to sign us. We sent them half of the songs that was on here, and they didn't want to sign us, so we ended up going and making the End album. And the End album sold 40,000 copies the first 2 weeks, and it hit Billboard, and then Relativity was like, oh shit. So then they called us. And it's like, we want to fly you up here, we want to sign you. And I was like, well, I just tried to get you motherfuckers to sign me. You didn't want to do it. So anyway, they flew us up there, them and Jive Records, we did a contract with Relativity. And they put in the contract that we had to have Tear the Club Up on the album. We had to have Late Night Tip on the album. And we had to have, what was the other song? Not Motivated. There's another song we had to have on there. Then we did the deal and brought the album out, and the album went gold, and then it was on from there.
And the craziest thing you've ever done, Juicy J told me that he didn't remember.
Can I say?
I don't even know the craziest thing.
One day we was going up the expressway, and Paul had this green Chevrolet before he wrecked it. And we was going to Bartlett. We was doing like we was drinking. I think it was some little C's, and we was doing like 35 on the expressway all the way to Bartlett. See, back then Bartlett was where urban folks didn't go, but we was doing 35.
That ain't the craziest stuff.
That's just one of them. I won't get into us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't say the craziest stuff. I can't say the craziest thing I ever did, man. I'd probably go to jail if I did. We did a lot of crazy stuff in our life.
Well, we used to have these girls. We used to put cigarette butts in their mouth when they go to sleep, get drunk.
That's pretty crazy.
Ashes. Cigarette ashes.
And we did used to have these beer bottle riding contests at the studio where the girls had to ride the beer bottles. And then this one girl had wrote this beer bottle one day, and we had gave her $1,500. And we came back to the studio the next day, had maggots around the rim of the beer bottle. That was pretty crazy. But that ain't the craziest thing I ever did. I guess that would probably go on her interview if you ever want to interview her.
And after this, on the Billboard charts to the 66, 61, favorite album that you made, later gone platinum.
You know that's favorite album I ever made.
Make it over 80 million sales, that's major.
That's funny as well. Hey. And then there was When the Smoke Clears. This dude is funny, man. He's funny stuff. Okay, you pretty much answered it for me. This is my favorite album we ever made. And man, we had some hits on here. You'll hear a lot of these hits tonight. Who Run It was probably one of my favorite songs we ever made. And Cool, why you want on the cover of this? But you're on this album though.
I'm on there, but you know why I wasn't on the cover.
No, I actually don't. This was 13 years ago. I don't remember shit I did 13 minutes ago.
Well, I was late to the picture.
You was always late though. You weren't on the end album. We still threw you on there.
Yeah, I was late.
Oh, this is when we started taking real pictures though. We weren't using the Polaroids no more on these. But anyway, yeah, this is my favorite album we ever did. We had Tongue Ring on here. From the Bag. Man, we got some hits on here. I need to put some of this shit on the show tape. Mafia niggas, they created the Yeah Ho sample that every fucking body in their life use right now. That came from this CD, motherfucker. They didn't come from bands and whatever the hell else you hear it on. They came from this CD right here. With these. You know, a dude told me the other day, he was like, man, I just noticed Juicy's on this picture. I thought this was Paul with a patch over his eye. Idiots. But yeah, this was my favorite album. Gangsta Boo on here look like a school teacher.
Secretary.
Lord Infamous, looking all innocent.
Young.
Young. Crunchy Black pretty much look the same.
Love song. Oh.
A little light skin there.
Yeah, I think y'all did that.
Yeah, we did that. But yeah, this is my favorite album.
And after all the success, Cars, let's talk some of the pride and joy you have to all the toys that you've had. Love to hear more about your collection.
You got a family.
Yeah, but I don't really collect cars no more. I had to. Cars just a waste of time. It's fun when you're young, but when you get old, you just get you them couple of ones that you want to just live the rest of your life with and just be done with it because they depreciate so much. Cars appreciate $7,000 as soon as they pull off the lot. I had so many cars in my life.
People didn't have when we was teenagers.
I done had any car you can pretty much name, and I'm done with cars right now.
And so many things you've done, hits for days, speak on your faves, feel it with Tiesto, and the biggest thing you have done financially.
If you pass me an Oscar right now, I'm gonna fucking shit. Okay, alright, well we got Most Known Unknowns, my second favorite album. Got the Most Known Hits. And we got The Unbreakables. Another one of my favorite albums.
Had to special order that one for you.
Did it?
Coming down here.
This is a pretty cool album right here. I like this album. Most Known Unknowns. This album right here, a little history on this album. I call this the Watch What You Wish For album. Because we always fussed about how many hits we made and how much stuff 3 6 Mafia did in our history and how long we've been around and how we put out more CDs than anybody else in the world. And nobody really never recognized who we were. We always kind of fussed about that. So then we brought out this album, Most Known Unknowns. And then next thing you know, we had all kind of hits off here. Stay Fly and Side to Side and some other stuff. And then we won the Oscar like 6 months after this album came out. And then we was the #1 Googled thing in the world. This is truly Watch What the Fuck You Wish For. And then once it happened, I was like, holy shit, I don't know if I really want this. And it pretty much broke the group up. Yeah, this is a funny album right here. This album right here was a shit. We sold 4 million copies of this album, but it's a scary album. But it was a great album though.
Projects for days, from Scale a Ton, Person of Interest, Clash of Titans with Drummer Boy, Black Fall, and now Love Story with Yellow Wolf.
Yeah, I produced 2 tracks on Yellow Wolf's new album that's going through Shady, Aftermath, Eminem, and produced 2 tracks on there. You know, hopefully they make the album. They hard as fuck, so.
And the best tour and the largest crowd you've ever rocked.
Largest crowd we ever rocked was Memphis in May. One year we did Memphis in May, we had 100,000 people there. I had a flat pulling up to it, and all kind of people helped me fix my flat on my van that we pulled up in, and I was like, fuck the flat. I left the van down the street, didn't even give a shit. Left it down the street, hit the lawn, jumped in a golf cart and rolled down did the show, and yeah, like 100,000. It was 100,000 people. There was people on the side of the road with, we want 3 6 Mafia tickets, this and that, and it's crazy.
And for many years, I listened to you guys, and you know, all of us growing up with the sound of cracked ceilings in the walls, and you know, broken down doors and all that. Anything to say to all the parents out there?
Oh yeah.
For all the music and all the craziness from all the years, all the fans.
Yeah, to the parents out there, I teach your kids the shit that you don't teach them. Teach them how to do drugs and, you know, steal cars and, you know, stuff that really matters in life. You know, A's and B's, that don't really matter. In geometry, you know, to hell with that. I'm joking. Nah, I'm joking. To the parents at home, man, don't let your kids listen to 3 6 Mafia unless they fucking buy it. If they don't buy it, don't let them listen to it. If they're stealing it off the internet and they watching it on YouTube, don't let them do it. If they go to the store and they legally purchase it at Best Buy, then your kids are all right to listen to 3 6 Mafia or the Mafia 6.
And after the whole entire legacy of all your albums, the shout-outs, man, that's how everything got sold. Let us know about those.
Yeah, the shout-outs was just basically our self-promotion that we did because we was always independent, even though we had to deal with Sony. They really never did shit for us but get in no fucking way and take all our fucking money. So it was just our way of promoting, basically.
And your best Memphis rap memory that you've been part of or contributed to?
Just getting our music note in the concrete on Bill Street. We the only rap group that got that, and we the only ones that will have that.
And your best hip-hop memory that you've been part of or contributed to in all of hip-hop culture and rap music?
It went to Oscar, obviously. Because no other rap group ever did that.
And you got anything to say to Canada?
Yeah, y'all got hot chicks and they love threesomes. You told me that.
All day. Yes, all day. And you got any shouts?
Yeah, I want to shout out to the whole Mafia 6, man. Memphis, Tennessee. Man, you hand me one more. No, I'm joking. The whole Mafia 6, Memphis, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody that support the Mafia. Follow us on Twitter at the Mafia 6, number 6, letter I, letter X. Follow us on Instagram at the Mafia 6 IG. The Mafia 6 Instagram, the Mafia 6 IG is going down. www.djpaulkom.tv. Yeah.
We're bringing Devil's Playground 2 out this year.
That's right. Devil Playground 2 all day. And shouts to Dove and Koopsta Knicca and DJ Paul and the whole entire 3 6 Mafia movement.
Crush Black, Gangsta Boo, everybody's going down. Mafia. Yeah.
And this is the Archivist, and you already know the name, y'all.
Yeah.